Volvo and Randy here, and today I thought I'd do a video on the best tool I have found for diagnosing a no spark or maybe a poor spark situation on a motor. So of course, for anybody that's done any troubleshooting on an engine, it kind of comes down to fuel, air, and spark. If you're missing one of those three, you got something wrong. So the best thing I have found for testing if you got a good spark or not, I do of course have one of the inline spark plug testers here. Personally, I have found this to not work so good. It does obviously work. You can tell, okay, I have spark, I don't have spark. That's about it. It seems like the flashing light in here. Again, it's kind of hard to tell if you got a good spark or not, especially if you haven't tested it before. Which, if your motor's running, right, who's sticking this in there to test and see if you got, oh, okay, yep, that's what it looks like when you got good spark. You don't test a working engine typically. It's when it's not working, that's when you get this out, like, oh, okay, got something wrong. So anyway, like I said, I have one of these. It works, but not the greatest. I found something that actually works, I think, quite a bit better, although it is quite a bit more expensive. And for that, we got, this might seem like a little bit of an odd tool here, but yes, a timing light. I found this to be one of the best tools so far. I'll get this out here for testing spark. We just actually have it on the lawnmower here. We got a John Deere 240. John Deere 240 lawnmower. It is a 1988 model, I believe. And by the way, you don't have to have a timing light. This is fancy. This just happens to be the one I have. Innova 5568 for those of you wondering. And of course, fairly simple to use here. Ground clamps and power clamp for power for the tester. I just put them on the battery, and then a no contact. Well, yeah, I guess it'd be considered no contact that goes on the spark plug wire. And what I've found with this, with our lawnmower, it would die after about an hour and would not work. Stand back here a little bit so you can actually see me. That lawnmower would die after about an hour and wouldn't work. We stuck this on it to see if we had spark, and yes, you could see it was flashing in here. It's like, okay, it looks like there's spark. It wasn't flashing very brightly, so it might not have been a good spark. So we broke out the old timing light here, connected this up, and this picked up absolutely nothing. You'll know you have spark because it'll flash the timing light. That's how the timing light works. You get spark, it flashes the light. Plus, at least on the digital one here as well, you get a readout on there as well. But we stuck that on there, found out no spark. It's not giving us anything. So waited again with this lawnmower, kind of like the four-wheeler, for those who watched our four-wheeler series. Give it a couple hours, let it cool down, hook it back up, and it would run. So once the lawnmower was running again, we hooked the timing light back up, and sure enough, we got a light that was flashing as well as the readout. So it's like, okay, we could tell right there we got a no spark situation, even though, again, this was showing we had spark, just apparently wasn't a very good one. Which, like I said, it's kind of hard to tell with this if you have a good spark or not. So anyway, folks, just thought I'd share that with you. That has been what I have found works the best for no spark, and I've actually used this several times now for a no spark. Both we have a rototiller that was giving us trouble. Turned out that did have spark. It was, I forget what was wrong with that again. And then of course got the quad we've been working on as well. I have used this, I think, twice so far on the quad. Again, to diagnose that we had a no spark situation, even though, again, just like with the quad, just like the lawnmower, this was showing we had spark. The only difference was, with this, you couldn't really tell, okay, yeah, it's sparking, but with this, you could tell it was sparking erratically. So, yeah, great tool there. Just thought I'd share that with you folks. If you folks have any comments or questions about that, maybe the best tool you've found for diagnosing a no spark situation on a motor or testing the spark on a motor, let me know. And of course, thanks for watching, and until next time.